Hello everyone, hope you're doing alright, I hope you're keeping safe and I hope you're keeping sane. Yes, I'm back, I'm alive, I'm good, I'm gamble free, all is good in the world. Apologies, it's been a while to be honest with you. I was really enjoying doing the daily videos, really enjoying the feedback I was getting, all the comments and everything else. The problem with doing daily videos, I very quickly realised, is that I ran out of ideas. I ran out of things to talk about, and as I said to you before, I don't see the point in putting a video up just for the sake of putting a video up when I've got nothing else to say. Also, it's been half term, so my stepdaughter's been at home. Also, it was my birthday. Thank you for the couple of people who actually wished me a happy birthday in the comments. I don't remember mentioning it, maybe I did, maybe you're psychic, who knows, but thank you very much. And thank you as always for everyone who continues to support the channel, continues to comment, continues to like the videos, and all the new subscribers. Thank you very much. Welcome. It's great to have you, and yeah, welcome to the community that I think we've got going on here. So that aside, I want to talk today about friends. Now, I've spoken about your friends in previous videos, not your friends specifically, but friends in general, and I've also spoken repeatedly about the difference between your friends that gamble and your gambling friends. Now, in case you haven't heard me talk about this before, then just very quickly to differentiate. If you are a gambler, in the same way if you are a drinker or you partake in any activity, you will have friends that also partake in that activity but are your actual friends, and you will have people that you call friends but realistically you have nothing else in common other than the fact that you partake in this particular activity. In our example, this would of course be gambling, so they might be the people that you see at the bookies, they might be the people you see at the casino, or the people that you talk to in the pub where the only thing you ever talk about is what footy bets you've got down. These are what we call gambling friends. Otherwise, we have friends that gamble, and these are people that we have come across in our lives and we have built bonds with, and we have built relationships with, and we have built friendships with, and we have often find we have lots of things in common, or certainly other common interests besides gambling. In the same way, like I said, that someone who goes to the pub every day, not me anymore, thankfully, I'm still popping down there occasionally, but not going with quite the frequency I was before. But someone who goes to the pub every day may have pub friends or drinking buddies, and these are people with whom you do maybe converse about things other than alcohol, but realistically, if it wasn't for the fact that you were all drinking together and you're all going to the pub together and partaking in this activity, this addiction, I guess, for some people, you wouldn't have anything in common, your lives wouldn't really overlap, and you wouldn't necessarily maintain any kind of friendship, any kind of relationship with these people if it wasn't for that one thing. So with that all laid out, with that all put aside, let's talk about friends in recovery, and this encompasses basically everyone you know. The people you call your friends, your gambling friends, and those other people around you, the other people in your bubble. I'm not talking Boris bubble here, I'm talking about the bubble in which we all live our lives. When you go into recovery, when you address your gambling addiction, you will find that some people are incredibly supportive and want to help. They might not always, get the help right, of course, but they do want to help and they really genuinely wish you the best. Some people will be kind of nonchalant about it, particularly, and I'll come back to these type of people a few times, particularly those people who have no experience with either gambling or with addiction. They might view this as, oh well, Phil's decided he's going to stop placing bets and stop playing the fruit machines and stuff. It might to them be as simple as that. Obviously in your head and in your life, this is an all-encompassing addiction. It's an all-encompassing thing, and it is the biggest thing in your life, to your detriment. But to a lot of these people, yes, they know you gamble, yes, they see you on the machines, yes, they see you placing bets and checking the scores and all the rest of it, but they probably don't understand the magnitude of it. And so these people might be slightly dismissive. You'll have a third group of people though, and these are the dangerous ones, and they are the ones that don't want you to quit. Now these will be far more prevalent amongst the gambling friends. In the same way that if you decide to quit drinking, then there will be the biggest group amongst your drinking buddies. And they don't want you to quit. And there's several reasons they don't want you to quit, but there's two primary reasons. The first one, which is fairly immediately obvious, is that if you have gambling buddies or drinking buddies and you decide, I'm going to stop gambling, you decide that you're not going to go into that bookies anymore, then they've got one less person to talk to. They have one less person in their bubble, one less person in what they perceive to be their friendship group. If you stop drinking and stop going to the pub every day, then suddenly the group of friends shrinks. You're losing, in effect, a friend. Now, it might be that that person, as we discussed, isn't really a friend in the truest sense of the word, but you are still losing someone with whom you can socialise, someone with whom you can converse, and someone else who will, in effect, support your very way of living, your very way of being. The second reason, and the most dangerous reason, the reason these people are potentially dangerous to you, they don't want you to quit because your addiction helps to support and to justify their addiction. The more people that are living this way of life, living in this cycle of addiction, living this, constant day-to-day grind of gambling or of any addiction, the more people inside this community, the more justifiable it can become. And this is one of the reasons that I believe that online gambling forums committed to people who are gambling, are inherently dangerous. Because they are basically a group of people, an ever-expanding group of people who are justifying their addiction. Basically, if you are surrounding yourself with people who do the same thing as you, then you can somehow justify to yourself your behaviour, even if it is damaging, even if it is dangerous, even if it is causing you harm, both financially and in terms of every other aspect of your life. All these people are doing it. It's a community. It can't be wrong. But if you go to your group of gambling friends and you say, right lads, it's been great, but this is causing me a lot of problems. I've decided I'm going to stop gambling. I'm going to counselling. I'm going to get help. I'm going to put all these blocks in place. You might not see me for a bit. Obviously, if it's people you took to in the bookies, hopefully you'll never see them again in the nicest possible way. But if they're people, with whom you might see otherwise in the pub or whatever, you say, I might not see you for a bit because I need to take stock. I need to take some practical measures. I need to take some time out in order to start my recovery. You say that to these people, then you are challenging their behaviour. If you are admitting that what you are doing, which is the same as what they are doing, is harmful, is dangerous, and you have accepted that you need to and want to, most importantly, stop this behaviour, you want to get better, you want to get into recovery, and you want to improve your life, then they will take that as a personal slight against their way of life. If you're saying that gambling is bad for you and that you need to do something about it, then you're saying, in effect, what you're doing is bad, what you're doing is harmful, and they might take that as personal criticism against them. Now, of course, you can't tell people when to quit. They need to make that decision for themselves, but it is understandable that if you turn around and go, I've realised that what I'm doing is very, very harmful and that I need to change, but they're doing exactly the same thing, then it's understandable that they might take this as a personal slight. And they don't want you to quit. Because if you quit, that is one less justification for them to continue their own habits, to continue their own way of life. Jordan Peterson, a man far, far, far smarter than me and someone you're almost all certainly familiar with, said that a friend who doesn't support you in the positives is not a friend. Friends are often there for each other when when the other people are down and out, when other people need support, when bad things are happening in their lives. But a true friend is someone who will pick you up, support you, and in a sense praise you and be pleased for you when something positive happens. And recovery is a positive in your life. And if the people around you, some, like I say, might be nonchalant, and that's fine because, of course, they don't understand maybe the severity of this addiction to your life. But those around you who either don't want you to stop, or those who aren't at least fleetingly happy, or acknowledge your reasons for doing what you're doing and acknowledge that you're doing this for you, can they be considered true friends? I'm going to leave it there. And the reason I'm going to leave it there is because it's raining and you might not even be able to hear me anymore. But thank you so much for everyone's continued support. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I'll be back certainly sooner next time with another video. But until then, do stay safe Do stay sane. Enjoy the football, whoever you're supporting. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Have a good day.